34.2.
All right. We need everybody to cross the line. We were on prep. We need volunteer marshals. Marshals are Jim, Victor, Mike, and Greg, and some volunteers. Need to cross the line on the back straight. Careful about the other cars. It's going to be David, Garrett, Callie. I need Tony to cross the line and Gavin to cross the line. I need Tony to cross the line under the Pro Line banner on the back. Don't forget, drivers, no reverse in the races. Cross him again. Garrett, you need to cross. All right. David, Garrett, Callie, Tony, Gavin is your lineup. Fourth. All right, drivers ready. Corner marshals are ready. Drivers, after your race, guys, set your cars down here by the computer. Head out to Marshall. We got 7 heats, so we're going to have to run through. You got to make sure we run the program good. Drivers ready? Going racing on the tone. Ryan, sit on the bucket. You face the tabletop. That's all you control. If a corner marshal needs your help, then you can help
1,
them.
2.
The guys behind you cover behind you.
Three, 4, 5.
David, Garrett, Callie, Gavin, and Tony after lap number 1. 1 down, 4 to go. 4 minutes left, drivers.
Four minutes left. 1.
Back straight.
2.
It's clear.
3. 4. 1. 5.
It's Garrett, David, Callie, Gavin, Tony.
2, 3.
Callie just got by for second.
Got the top of the cone. Go!
That is the Homer cone.
4. 1. 3 minutes left.
2 down, 3 to go. 2
2.
down, 3 to go. Stock buggy is next.
3.
First heat of stock buggy. Garrett, Callie, David, Gavin, Tony. Here's your order. Your leader goes upside down.
5, 1, 4, 2.
Your buggy, second place. Last weekend's spring extreme winner of the sportsman class. TQ'd and won, dominant fashion. She's back in the lead,
3.
I do believe.
One.
Yep, Callie in the lead.
Two minutes left. 4, 2, 5.
Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony. Less than 2 to go, drivers. Less than 2 minutes.
3, 1.
Go!
2. 4,
Back straight, back straight. Careful on the back, careful on the back, careful on the
1.
back.
3, 5.
Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony. Approaching the 1 minute left, drivers. Race 2, you're next. Race 2. Morgan, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, Randall.
1 minute left. 2.
Don't forget, drivers, up the ramp, down the stairs. Up the ramp, down the stairs. Drop your cars off over here. Head out to Marshall.
4, 1, 3. Five, 2,
20 seconds. It's Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony.
4, 3, 5.
Callie about to put the field a lap down. Oh, she tried to take the shortcut down the steps.
The race is over.
That is time. Callie's
4
done.
1,
Bring them around, drop them off in the tech area.
2 done.
As soon as you cross the line on the back straight, you will be done. Callie and Garrett are done. Stay out of the rest of them's way, please. Still got the other
1's
3
done.
trucks running.
3.
David's done. Waiting on Tony and Gavin.
6
Gavin's done.
4,
That truck in the middle, still running. First time racer. Down the back straight he goes. That's a race.
5 done. 5,
Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony. Second heat, you're up. Race 2, you're up. Need my marshals. Where's the guys from that last one? Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony, Dylan. Waiting on Morgan, Jordan, Johnny to check. Scott and Randall are checked. Jordan's checked. All right, line them up. I just need to get Johnny's transponder right. Line them up. Morgan, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, and Randall. Back straight's closed. Back straight's closed. Morgan, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, Randall. Orange tape on the floor. There's your starting spots. Morgan, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, Randall. Drivers ready. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers. Going racing on the tone. What do you need, Danny?
One.
Go!
2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4,
One down, 4 to go. One down, 4 to go. Randall,
5,
Morgan, Jordan.
4 minutes left.
Randall, Morgan, Scott, Jordan, Johnny.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Two, 1,
Randall, Scott, Jordan.
3.
Randall, Scott, Johnny, Jordan, Morgan.
4, 5. 3 minutes left. Two, 1. Three,
Halfway through the race, drivers halfway through the
4.
race. It's Randall, Scott, Jordan, Morgan, Johnny.
5, 2, 1. Three, 4, 5, 1.
Randall, Scott,
2.
Jordan, Morgan, Johnny. 3 down, 2 to go, drivers. 3 down, 2 to go. Second heat.
2 minutes
race number
left.
3. You are next. Jim, Victor, Nick, Brandon, and Danny.
3, 1, 4, 2, 5,
3.5 down, minute and a half to go. 3.5 down, minute and a half to go.
1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 1.
Randall, Scott, Jordan, Morgan, Johnny. Randall and
1
Scott out
minute
there by
left.
themselves on their own laps.
3, 2,
Less than a minute, drivers.
1.
Back straight, be careful. Clear.
4, 5,
30 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Wednesday night, final night challenge
4,
for the gift card. We get over 50 entries. It is now a $75 gift card.
3, 2, 1.
Randall, Scott, Jordan, Morgan, Johnny.
The race is over.
Got some cars before the double, in the double, upside down.
4's done. 2's done. 5's
As soon as you
done.
cross the line on the back, you're done.
Three's done.
4,
Drop your cars over here at the tech area. Head out to Marshall.
1's
Don't
done.
forget, drivers,
5.
pick up your cars. Randall, Scott, Jordan, Johnny, and Morgan. All right, line them up. Jim, Nick, Brandon. Looks like Victor didn't make it back. We got marshals, we got drivers. Jim, Nick, Brandon. Back them up. Front of the car should be on the orange. Drivers ready, corners ready. Going racing on the tone.
1, 2, 3, 1,
Jim, Nick, Brandon.
2, 3, 4 minutes left. 1, 2,
Nick takes over the lead. The orange buggy. Jim, the black, silver,
3,
red. Blue and white of Brandon in third. Nick, Jim, Brandon.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Nick. Oh, Jim takes over the lead. Jim, Nick, and Brandon. Race 4 is next. Race 4, you're
3
next.
minutes left. 3,
First heat is Spec Slash.
1, 2,
Ricky, Ryan, Dallas, Brad, Chris, Scott, Greg, and Bob. Don't forget, drivers, up the ramp, down the stairs. I will need a volunteer marshal or two. There's
3,
going to be 8 trucks in that
1,
one.
2,
So I'll need a couple volunteers for this next race. Nick back in the lead.
3, 1,
Leaders coming down the back straight.
2,
Nick, Jim, and Brandon.
Two minutes left. 1, 2, 3,
'Jim takes back over the lead.
1,
Nick getting it wrong on the double. Right now, Jim's just barely ahead of TQ.
3, 1,
4 down, 1 to go.
2.
4 down, 1 to go.
1 minute left. 3,
First heat is Spec Slash. You're up. Ryan, Ricky, Dallas, Brad, Chris, Scott, Greg, and Bob. You are up next.
2, 1, 2, 1.
That's pretty sad, Ricky.
The race is over.
You let Jordan beat you to a car.
2,
Nick, you're done.
1's done.
Jim, you're done. And
4's
that's
done.
a race. Drop your cars, head out to Marshall. Going to need some volunteers. Jim, Nick, Brandon. Gonna need some volunteer marshals. Gonna need volunteer marshals, about 3 or 4. All right. I need one more marshal on the back, please. One more marshal on the back straight, please. You got the bucket, Jim? Or the back straight? Which one you taking, Jim? The bucket? All right. All right. Who's driving the back straight closed? Back straight closed. Who's driving the black truck? Up, Ricky. So line them up. Ricky, Ryan, Dallas be third. Brad fourth. Chris fifth. Scott sixth. Greg seventh. Bob eighth. I believe he's eighth. Nope. Back one more. I don't know whose that is. They're in the wrong spot. Where's Chris? Chris is right there. All right. Looks like I got my drivers, got my corner marshals. Drivers ready, corner marshals ready, drivers? We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Back straight, back straight. Clear.
One, 2,
Chris, Brad out front.
3, 4,
Scott, Greg.
5.
Ricky.
4 minutes left. 8, 6, 7.
Ryan, Dallas, and Bob. Brad takes over the lead. He's got Chris all over his bumper. Down the straight they go.
1, 2, 3,
Brad and Chris.
4,
Brad Johnson, Chris Johnson.
5.
Don't know if they're related. Probably not. Scott, Greg, Ricky, Ryan, Dallas, Bob.
6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Traffic could play some factors in this. First and second making their way
3 minutes
through.
left.
Scott in third.
2,
Brad and Chris.
8.
3,
Greg up to third now.
4, 6,
So many
7.
bodies that look similar, I don't really know who's who.
5,
Chris out front,
1.
Brad second. Greg third,
2.
Scott fourth.
Stop!
3, 4, 6,
Chris, Brad, Greg, Scott, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, and Bob.
5, 7, 1, 2,
Sweeper, be careful in the sweeper. Careful in the sweeper.
2 minutes left.
3 down, 2 to go.
3, 4,
3
8,
down, 2 to go.
6, 1, 2, 7, 5, 3, 4, 1, 2,
Chris, Brad, Scott, Greg, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, and Bob.
5, 7,
8.
3, 1 minute left. 1, 2,
Second
4.
heat of Slash, you're up. Nick, Brandon, Mike, Trent, Garrett, Danny, Mike. Second heat of Slash, you are next. 45 seconds.
6,
Chris and Brad back and forth. Over the double they go. Oh, Chris clips the dot, rolls it over.
3,
They got lap
1,
traffic
5.
in the mix.
2, 4, 7,
10 seconds
3.
go, drivers, 10 seconds.
1, 2, 5,
The race is over. 3's done. 7's done.
4,
Pull him. He's Greg and Dallas are done.
2's done.
As
7,
soon as you cross the line, you will be done.
4's done.
Brad,
done.
Scott,
5 done.
Chris.
2,
We're just waiting on Ricky. Only one left is Ricky. That's a race.
1's done.
5,
Brad, Chris, Scott, Greg, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan. Drop your car on the table, head out to corner marshal. Drop your cars, head out to marshal, guys. This one, you go right here. Right here. There's 7 of them. All right, guys, need to cross the back straight. I've only got 2 trucks checked so far. Everybody keeps changing bodies, so I don't know who's driving what. All right, I need Brandon and Danny to cross, one at a time. Who just crossed? I need Brandon to cross. Brandon need to cross the line. All right, line them up. Nick, Brandon, Mike, Garrett, Danny, Mike. Nick, Brandon, Mike Gibson. Garrett, Danny, Mike Pitts. Nick, Brandon, Mike Gibson. Then Garrett, Danny, and Mike Pitts. Corner marshals ready. Drivers ready. Drivers going racing on the sound of the tone. That's somewhat of a clean start for the Slash.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2,
One down, 4 to go. One down, 4 to go. It's Nick,
4.
Danny, Mike, Brandon.
4 minutes left.
Mike Pitts, Brandon,
5.
Mike Gibson, Garrett.
1, 6, 2,
13-5 trucks, you're next. 13-5 trucks, you are next.
4, 5, 1, 2, 6, 3, 1, 4, 3 minutes left.
Nick,
5,
Danny,
2.
Brandon, Mike Gibson, Mike Pitts, and Garrett.
6, 1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
Halfway through the race, drivers, halfway through the race.
3,
Nick, Danny, Brandon, Mike Gibson, Mike Pitts, and Garrett.
6, 2, 4, 1. 2 minutes left. 5, 3, 2, 6, 4,
Nick,
1.
Danny, Brandon, Mike Gibson, Mike Pitts, and Garrett. Nick and Danny ahead of the current TQ.
5, 2, 3, 1, 6, 4.
I should not need any volunteers, marshals, on the next one. I should have enough.
Five. 1 minute left. 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 5, 1, 2,
30 seconds.
3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6,
5 seconds.
4.
The race is over. One's done. 6 done.
Nick and Danny are done. Taking over that 1-2 spot.
7's done.
5,
Bring them around here. Bring them around here, guys. Going the wrong way.
5's done.
6,
Up the ramp, down the stairs.
3's done.
3,
2's done.
4,
That's a race. Nick, Danny, Mike, Brandon, Mike, Garrett. $13.5 truck, you're up. Hey, you only use those during nitro races. You act like you got a fingernail ripped off or something. Waiting on Ryan to check. All right, line them up. Are you going to the back straight or the far end of the driver's stand? Line them up, Greg, Ryan, Randall. Not sure where Trent and Victor are, other than they went to eat. Guess they didn't come back. Greg, Ryan, and Randall, drivers ready? Corner marshals ready, drivers? Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3.
Greg's going out there trying to set out them track records. There is no current main record because Randall and Tyler cut the track last week on Wednesday. Their last lap was
1,
11 seconds.
2,
They barely even counted. So Greg and Randall.
3,
Randall closing the gap on that lap by a second, 0.2. Greg in the blue-green Yokomo YZ2T. Randall in the
minutes left.
Funfetti truck.
1,
Team
2.
Associated T6.1. Ryan running a T6.1.
Three,
Again, Randall with a quick lap that time around.
1,
19-0.
2,
Randall has the lap record right now for a weekly race. I think it's an 18-8. So we got Greg back in the lead. Greg,
1,
Randall, Brian.
2,
13-5 full drive. You are up next. Jim, Victor, and Mike. Greg.
3 minutes left.
After race 7,
3,
race 1 will be up. No break during the qualifying.
1, 2,
Halfway
1,
through the race, drivers.
3, 2, 3, 2 minutes left. 1, 2, 3,
'Greg and Randall over the roller. Randall just about
1,
got it wrong.
2,
Got it wrong at the end of the straight.
3,
Minute 15 to go, drivers.
1, 2, 1 minute left. 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, the race is over.
3 done.
Ryan's done. 13-5 four-wheel drive. You're up. Gonna need a couple volunteer marshals.
2 done.
1,
That's a race. Need a few volunteers, please. Jim, Victor, Mike, and Greg. Need some volunteer marshals. Jim, Mike Gibson, Greg, Victor. All right, line them up. I need marshals. Ryan and Randall are out there. I need volunteers. Corner. I need someone right there. Brad, you can stay right there. Thank you. Jim, Mike, Greg. Line them up. Jim, Mike, Greg. Drivers ready. Corner marshals ready. Drivers are going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, two, three, one,
Jim, Greg, Mike.
three, one. 4 minutes left. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3 minutes left. One, 2, 3.
Jim, Greg, Mike. Halfway through the race.
1, 2, 3, 1,
Jim, Greg, Mike.
2. 2 minutes left. 3, 1, 2. Three, 1, 2. Three, 1, 2. One minute left. Three, 1,
Less than a minute.
2.
Jim and Greg, first and second. Got lucky to squeeze by Mike with no casualties, especially in the Wheeler class.
One, 2.
$15 to go, drivers. Down the straight
1,
they go.
2.
First and second. 1.5 seconds apart. Jim and Greg coming around on the final lap for the win.
The race is over.
No mistakes. No homer cone.
One's done.
1,
Four's done.
Oh,
Three's
Jim,
done.
Greg, and Mike, you're done. Race 1, you're up. Race 1. Sportsman. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony, Dylan. Need my marshals. I need some volunteers. I only had 3 drivers in that one. I need volunteer marshals, please. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony, Dylan. Need some volunteers. Need some volunteer marshals. Still need a couple marshals. Need someone on the right-hand side of the tabletop, someone on the back straight. All right, drivers. Waiting on Tony to check. Line them up. Line them up. Line them up. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. All right, drivers ready? Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One,
Did we get one?
Go!
2, 3, 4,
1,
2. 4 minutes left. Three,
1,
Callie Garrett, David Gavin.
4, 2, 3,
1,
Down to 3. Callie Garrett, David.
2.
First heat of stock buggy,
3
you're up.
minutes left.
Next, Morgan, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, Randall.
1,
3, 2,
1,
3,
1,
2 minutes left. 2,
Callie Garrett, David. Callie out there
3.
in the TLR buggy, down the steps. Last week's Spring Extreme TQ and winner of the sportsman class. Back straight, back straight.
1,
Ooh, she pulled a Cole Trickle move. Went to the high line.
3, 1 minute left.
1,
Callie Garrett, David.
2,
1,
3,
Sweeper, be careful. Don't forget, drivers, if you're upside down, let off the gas. If the tires are spinning, they do not have to flip you over.
1, The race is over. 1's done.
3,
David's done.
Four's done.
1,
2's done.
That's a race. Callie, Garrett, David. Stock buggy, you're up. Randall, Scott, Jordan, Johnny, Morgan. Need my marshals. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. Need my marshals. I'll need a volunteer. Missing some marshals. Guys need to drop your cars and head out. Gavin, need the marshal, buddy. Get the far end. Thank you, guys. All right, line them up. Back straight is closed. Back straight is closed. Bring them around, line them up. Randall, Scott, Jordan, Johnny, Morgan. Easy on the start, guys. Easy on the start. We pile them up. We'll restart it. All right. Got my corner marshals. Got my drivers. Drivers ready. Corner marshals ready. We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3,
Go!
4, 5,
Randall, Scott, Jordan, Johnny, Morgan.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 4 minutes left.
One down, 4 to go. One down, 4 to go.
2,
Randall,
3.
Scott, Jordan, Johnny, Morgan. Randall out there
4,
trying to set a new TQ.
1. Five,
'Your leader around the switchbacks going over the double. Start.
2,
Ooh, that's broke.
3, 1.
Randall, Jordan, Johnny, Scott, Morgan.
4,
Your leader down the steps coming up on Johnny.
2. 3 minutes left.
That worked out.
3,
Randall does that all the time, so. On a new TQ.
4, 2, 1.
Randall coming up on Jordan.
3,
Halfway through the race, drivers. Halfway through the race. Your leader down the steps, through the switches, over the little double.
4,
Coming around to the back straight, setting the
1,
new TQ
2,
at the moment by 7 seconds. He's just got to keep it on 2 wheels. Race 3, you are next. Second heat of buggies, you are next. Race 3.
3, 4.
Back straight, back straight.
2 minutes left.
Back straight, back straight, back straight. Clear.
2,
Still on that TQ pace by 7 seconds. He just got to keep it on its wheels. Make the second heat work for it.
1, 3, 2,
Minute and a half to go. Your leader about to go down the back straight. Gets through the
1,
lap traffic.
4.
He's got a pretty clear track in front of him. Got a 6-second lead on the TQ. Randall, Jordan, Morgan, Johnny.
3,
Oh, he saved it. Clipped the
1
dot,
minute
but he
left.
saved it.
1,
Less than a minute to go, drivers.
4,
That's your leader, Morgan. Thank you.
3,
Morgan and Johnny battling it out for that 3rd and 4th
2.
spot again.
1,
Your leader on a 15.5 flat. He can get that 16-lap run if he
3.
pushes it on that last lap.
4, 2, 1,
16-lap run right now for your leader. He's just got to finish this lap strong. Be setting the new TQ. He's going to probably catch the traffic right at the line or before.
2. The race is over.
0-1. You're
1
done.
is done.
3,
3 is done.
4,
Morgan and Johnny waiting on Jordan. Orange car still running.
2 is done.
That's a race. Randall resetting the TQ. Randall, Jordan, Morgan, Johnny. Jim, Nick, Brandon, Victor, Danny. Race 3, you're up. Race number 3, you're up. Need you guys to head out to Marshall. I need a volunteer. 1 volunteer. Okay, I don't need 3 right here. I need someone on the driver's far side of the driver's stand, someone on the back straight. Jordan, go to the other side of the, or Morgan, other side of the driver's stand. Line them up. Line them up, line them up. Jim, Nick, Brandon, Danny. Jim, Nick, Brandon, and Danny. Drivers ready, corner marshals ready. We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 minutes left. 1, 2, 3,
Jim, Danny, Nick, Brandon.
4, 1, 2, 3,
Minute and a half down, 3.5 to go. Nobody on TQ yet.
4, 1, 2, 3,
Jim on the TQ right now. Only one on TQ.
3 minutes left. 1,
And he's just barely on it.
2,
Halfway. 2 down, 3 to go. 2
4,
down, 3 to go.
3, 1, 2,
Jim, Nick, Danny, Brandon.
3,
Halfway through the race,
4,
drivers.
1, 2,
Race 4, you're next. First heat of slash, you are next.
3, 1, 2 minutes left. 4,
Jim, Nick, Danny, Brandon.
2, 1, 3, 4,
So Jim, Danny, Nick, Brandon
2,
now.
1, 3,
One mistake and Jim will be out of that TQ spot though. She's going to have to keep her clean for a minute 15. Through the switchbacks. Over the little double he goes.
2,
Into the lattice,
4,
up the roller. Down the back straight.
1,
Here's your leader over the single. Into the kicker.
1 minute left.
Around the
3,
broken spoke. Round the pole. Up the tabletop. Down the steps. That is a lap with your leader. 45 to go, drivers.
1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Jim, Danny, Nick, Brandon, 10 to go.
1,
Jim's going to take the TQ.
The race is over. 5 done, 3 done,
3,
Danny and Nick are done. Bring them around.
1's done,
That's a race. Bring them around. Set them on the table. Jim, Danny, Nick, Brandon. Head out to Marshall. Looks like Randall stays in second. Don't forget, drivers, pick up your cars after you're done quarter marshaling. I need some marshals. I need a few volunteers. I only had 4 drivers. So I need quite a few volunteers. I got 8 trucks. Let's go. Brad, Chris, Scott, Greg, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, Bob. Race 4, you're on the track. Corner marshals. Need a couple more corner marshals still. I got Jim, I got Danny, I got Nick, and Brandon. Hey, Nick, either over there or over here. Thank you, Mike. Back straight. Need Scott and Bob to check. Bob, you going to make it? Line them up. Back straight's closed. Line them up. Brad, Chris, Scott, Greg, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, and Bob. He starts 8th. Got corner marshals. I got drivers. All right, drivers ready. Corner marshals ready. Drivers, we're going racing on the sound of the tone. I think Greg's telling Scott to get out of the way.
1, 2,
It's Brad, Chris,
3,
Scott,
4,
Greg,
5,
Dallas, Ricky.
Ryan whipped it. Oh, he almost got the note.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 minutes left. 6. 1.
Total chaos.
2,
Brad, Chris, Greg, Ricky, Scott, Dallas,
3,
Ryan, and Bob.
4, 5, 8.
Second heat of Slash, you're up next. Race 5 is next. Nick, Brandon, Mike,
2,
Garrett,
6,
Danny, and Mike.
3,
Brad trying to go after that TQ.
4, 1, 7, 5, 3 minutes left.
He's playing dodgeball, I
2,
think, more than anything. It's Brad,
3,
Chris, Greg, Scott.
6, 4, 1, 7, 2.
Well, that was an interesting way to get stuck. Halfway through the
3,
race, drivers, halfway through the race. Brad, Chris,
5,
Greg, Scott, Dallas, Ricky, Ryan, and Bob.
1, 4,
Go!
2, 7. 2 minutes left. 8,
3 down, 2 to go. 3 down,
5,
2 to go.
1, 4,
Our leader got the orange, silver, and blue, or peach, or whatever color that is, on the front.
6,
Going up the tabletop, down the steps.
2, 3, 4, 1, 7, 5,
Back straight, back straight, back straight.
6, 2, 3,
Nothing like half the field going up one ramp at the same time.
1 minute left.
Your leader getting through all the traffic.
1,
Go!
4, 5, 7, 2,
Got quite a bit of clean track in front of
6,
him.
3, 1, 4, 8, 2,
Go!
3, 5, 7,
Go!
1.
Time is about to expire, thank goodness.
The race is over. 6 done.
Scott's done.
1's done.
6,
Back straight. Ricky's done. Back straight.
7's done.
2,
5's done.
3,
Brad lost a wheel. Didn't see what happened.
Three's
Got a
done.
few trucks left to finish. Ryan and Bob.
8's done.
Where's Ryan? All right, guess that's a race.
You got an oxygen machine around here?
Brad, Greg, Chris, Scott, Dallas, Ricky, Ryan, and Bob. Drop your car, head out to Marshall. Don't forget, guys, if you're using a stool on the driver's stand, you need to put it up. I see a stool on the driver's stand. You guys need to put them up. If I catch you, you get one warning. Drop your cars, head out to Marshall, please. Waiting on Nick. Got enough marshals. $13.5 truck is next. As soon as Nick checks, we're going to line them up. Nick, Danny, Mike, Brandon. Nick, Danny, Mike Gibson, Brandon, Mike Pitts, and Garrett. Brandon's fourth, Mike Pitts, then Garrett. All right. Drivers ready? Corners ready? Drivers are going on racing on the sound of the tone.
Go!
1,
Oh, it's good to see some custom painted bodies in this race. Can tell
4,
people apart.
5, 6,
Your NOS truck out front. Nick in the lead. I think Danny's up to second.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. 4 minutes left. 6,
1,
Nick, Danny, Mike Pitts, Mike Gibson, Brandon, Garrett.
2, 3, 4, 5,
1,
2, 3, 4,
1,
5, 6, 2.
2 down,
3
3 to
minutes
go.
left.
2 down, 3 to go. Nick, Danny, Mike Pitts, Mike Gibson, Garrett, Brandon.
3, 4,
1,
5, 6, 2.
We'll take a short
3,
break after race 7 to set up the mains. Take care of tabs.
4,
Nick, Danny, Mike Gibson, Mike Pitts,
1,
Brandon, and Garrett.
2, 3. 2 minutes left. 5, 4,
1,
2,
Nick, Danny, Mike Gibson, Mike Pitts, Garrett.
3, 4,
1,
5, 2, 3, 6, 1. 6, 4, 2. 1 minute left. 3, 1. 4, 5, 2, 6, 3, 1. 4, 5, 2, 6.
The race is over. 1's done. 3's done.
3,
7's done.
4,
6's done. 5's done. 2's done.
6,
Nick, Danny, Mike. Mike. $13.5 truck. Greg, Ryan, Randall. Line them up. Greg, Ryan, Randall. Greg, Ryan, and Randall. Got my marshals. We're good to go. Greg, Ryan, and Randall. Drivers ready. Corner marshals ready, drivers. Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3.
Randall, Greg, Ryan.
4 minutes left. 1,
Randall trying to reset that TQ with that Funfetti truck.
3,
Green and blue is your second place truck with a Yokomo YZ2T. Greg Weber. T6.1 out front.
1,
Ryan Pitts in the fluorescent yellow and purple.
2,
T6.1.
3,
On a new TQ. First and second.
2,
Randall, Greg, Ryan.
3,
Final race of the round up next. 13.5 four-wheel drive.
3 minutes left.
Jim, Mike,
1,
and Greg.
2,
After race 7, we'll take a short break to set up the mains.
Three,
And take care of tabs.
1, 2,
Thank you. Back straight, back straight, back straight,
3,
back straight.
1,
Lead change.
2,
First and second. Up the steps. Up the tabletop, down the steps.
2 minutes left. 1, 2,
Go!
3,
I am the great Cornholio. I have to say it was clean. Nobody took anybody out that lap.
1,
Greg Randall Ryan.
2,
Ooh, that was close. I bet that arm was shaking. Minute 20 to go. Minute 20 to go.
3,
My goodness, Randall laying down a really fast lap right here.
1, 2,
18.9, fast lap of the race. He was on it.
One minute left. 3,
Less than a minute.
1, 2,
Oh, he clips it at the end of the straight. Can he catch back up? Tall order for 35 seconds.
1, 2,
4 seconds. It's possible. Two of his fast laps. He could do it.
1, 2, 3,
Less than 3.5. Final lap right here.
The race is over.
Pull there.
Four's done.
Greg Randall and Ryan. That's a
Three's
race.
3,
13.5. Wheeler, you're up. Jim, Greg, Mike. Need a couple marshals. Need a few volunteers. I only need a couple volunteers. Got my drivers from the last one. I need 1, 2, 3 corner marshals. Three volunteers, please. Thank you much. Thank you much. Line them up. Jim, Greg, Mike. All right, drivers ready. Corners ready, drivers. Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, two, three, one, two,
Jim, Greg, Mike.
three, one. 4 minutes left. 2, 3, 1, 2,
Jim, Greg, and Mike.
3, 1, 2, 1. 3 minutes left. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2 minutes left. 3, 1.
Jim, Greg, Mike.
2,
'Back straight, back straight, back straight.
1, 3, 2, 1,
Jim, Greg, Mike.
3,
4 down, 1 to go. 4 down, 1 to go.
1 minute left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
20 seconds. Jim, Greg, Mike. Greg with the fast lap of the race.
1, 3, 2,
The race is over.
That is time.
Three's done.
3,
Jim and Greg,
Four's done.
Mike, you're done.
2.
That's a race. We'll take a short break, set up the mains. Slash spec B main. Last chance to make the A. Corner marshals. Nick, Danny, Brad, Chris, Mike, Greg, Mike Pitts. Slash A main corner marshals. Waiting on Ricky, Ryan, Bob to check. You guys sleeping over there? Do not stop on the straight. Do not stop on the straight. Keep going. Keep going. I got a truck stopped on the straight. Back straight. Back straight. Back straight. All right. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Line them up. Line them up on the straightaway. Oh, I need Brandon to cross. I need Garrett to cross. And I need Brandon to cross one at a time. Was that Garrett? Brandon need to cross. All right. Scott, Brandon, Garrett, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, Bob. Scott, Brandon, Garrett, Ricky, Dallas, Ryan, and Bob. To the back. All right, we got corner marshals, we got drivers. Drivers ready, corner marshals ready, drivers. Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Garrett, Ricky, Scott, Dallas, Brandon, Ryan,
4
Bob.
minutes left. 7, 4, 5.
At Ricky. Can't be doing that. There you go.
6.
Looks like Scott's out front. Back straight.
1,
Garrett,
2,
Ricky, Dallas, Brandon, Ryan, and Bob.
3, 4, 5. 1,
Back straight. Right there.
2, 7, 6,
Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper.
3 minutes left.
Sweeper.
3, 4,
Scott out front. Garrett second.
1,
Ricky, Brandon, Dallas, Ryan.
2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 2,
3 down, 2 to go. Approaching the 2 minute to go mark.
three, 2 minutes left. 4, 1, 5,
Your leader getting into the traffic, getting
2,
through the traffic,
6,
running scared. He's got a clear track in front of him
1,
right now.
3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 3, 1 minute left. 4,
Your leader putting a lap
6,
on the field. Scott, Garrett, Brandon, Dallas, Ricky, Ryan.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
The race is over.
5,
Finished lap, you're on.
1's done. 5's done.
4,
Scott's done. Dallas is done.
3's done.
Garrett's done.
8's done.
3,
Brandon's done. Waiting on Ryan. Only truck left.
Go!
That's a race.
6's done.
5,
Scott, Garrett, Brandon, Dallas, and Ryan. Need my marshals. Need all my marshals out there. I've got 9 cars in this one. Might even need a volunteer or two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should only need 1 volunteer marshal. Scott, Garrett, Brandon, Dallas, Ryan, Ricky, and Bob. Need 2 volunteer marshals. I need some more corner marshals. I got Garrett out there. Got Dallas. Got Ryan. Missing some marshals. I don't see Ricky. I don't see Bob. And some volunteers. Waiting on Morgan and Johnny to check. All right, drivers. Line them up. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Morgan will have to check and line up. Jim, Randall, Nick, Danny, Jordan, Scott, Morgan, Johnny, and Brandon. Where's my marshals on the back straight? I thought I had two of them out there a second ago. All right. Justin, Ryan. One of you watches this way, one of you watches the other. Left and right. No talking to each other. Watch your spot. Corner marshals ready. Drivers ready. Drivers. Let's keep her clean. We're going racing at the sound of the tone.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
Little
9.
breakaway with Jim and Randall. Then Nick's got a little room behind him. First, second down the straight.
1, 2,
Third down the straight.
3,
Randall appeared to be a
4.
little quicker on that first two laps.
5,
Made a bobble. He's got Nick all over
6,
him.
7.
Your leader's already getting into the traffic.
5 minutes left. 8, 2, 3,
Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper.
9, 4, 5, 6,
Whoa. Plenty of time. Got a minute and a half down, 4.5 minutes to go.
1, 7, 2,
8.
3, 4, 9, 5.
Randall's out front. White, purple, green car with the green wheels. Down the back straight he goes. Second is Nick in the all orange.
2,
Third is
7.
Jim.
8.
3,
Then Morgan or Jordan.
4,
Brandon, Scott, Johnny, Danny, Morgan. Your leader over the little
5,
double.
4 minutes left. 9,
Second over the double. Third
1.
through the switchbacks. First, second,
2.
and third getting through the traffic.
3, 6, 4, 7.
Looks like something's wrong with Nick's.
1,
He was in second.
2,
Randall, Jim, Jordan, Brandon, Johnny, Danny, Morgan.
3, 5,
Back straight. Back straight. Easy. Back straight. Back straight. Back straight. Back straight.
7,
Back straight.
1.
Clear. Johnny's out with a broken front arm.
2,
Halfway through the race, drivers, halfway through the race.
3 minutes left.
Nick's
3,
back out on the track.
8,
1, 4,
Sweeper, clear. Sweeper, sweeper,
5,
single at the sweeper, sweeper,
6,
single at the
2.
sweeper. It's Randall, Jim, Jordan, Brandon, Danny, Nick.
3, 1, 4, 5, 2,
Sportsman A Main is next. Sportsman A Main, you're next.
6, 7, 3, 1,
Randall with a pretty good lead at the moment. Jim in second.
4, 5, 2, 6. 2 minutes left. One, 3, 7,
Randall, Jim, Jordan, Danny, Brandon, Nick, Morgan.
4, 2, 5,
7-second
6.
lead for Randall.
1, 7,
Minute and a half to go. 4.5 to get down. Minute and a half to go.
3, 4,
Randall, Jim, Jordan, Danny, Nick, Brandon, Morgan.
5, 6, 1,
Morgan, you got to go around the
7,
cone.
4.
Well, I
1
mean-
minute left. 3,
Less than a minute to go, drivers.
5,
Down to less than a 2-second lead, and Randall's going to have Jim all over the back of
1,
him.
2, 6,
Around the broken spoke they go, up the roller,
4,
up the
3.
hill, down the steps, first and second, through the switches. Randall,
5.
Jim, Jordan, Danny, Nick.
1, 2,
30, less than 30. The race is on for the lead.
6,
Down the steps they go, through the switchbacks, first and second, right behind
3,
Nick.
5, 1, 2,
They're on their final lap. Jim
the
went
race is
for it.
over.
I think this is going to seal the deal. Time has expired.
4's done.
4,
As soon as you go down the
9's
straight,
done.
you'll be done.
3's done. 2's done. 5's done.
3,
1's done.
2,
And that's a race. That appears to be a race. Randall taking the win. We're Jim second, Jordan, Danny, Nick, Brandon. Sportsman, you're up. Sportsman, you are up. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, Tony, and Dylan. No Dylan. Sportsman, you're up. Need my marshals. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. I got plenty of marshals. I just need them to situate. Line them up. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. All right, drivers are ready. Corner marshals ready. Drivers going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, two.
Callie, David,
3,
Gavin in third.
4,
Garrett, Tony.
5,
Callie going down the back straight.
1. Four minutes left.
Go!
2,
Callie, David, Gavin, Garrett, Tony.
3, 4, 1, 5,
Callie coming around, starting to lap the field.
3, 1,
And again, once again, one of the slowest cars down the straight, winning the race.
4,
It's not all about the speed. It's about keeping the car on its wheels.
Go!
3 minutes left. 1,
2 down, 3 to go. 2 down, 3 to go. Callie, David, Garrett,
5,
Gavin, Tony.
2,
Callie has lapped the field. She is in the TLR, silver and blue with the green wheel little buggy. Just hit
Go!
the homer cone. Going down the back straight is your leader. Our only lady racer tonight. Laying down the whooping in the sportsman class.
two,
Jordan,
3,
Morgan, whatever your names are.
5, 2 minutes left. 1,
3 down, 2 to go. 3 down, 2 to go.
4, 2, 3,
Three and a half down, minute and a half to go. Callie, David, Garrett, Gavin, and Tony.
1, 2, 5, 3, 4,
Your leader down the back straight.
1.
4 down, 1 to go.
1 minute
She's
left.
2 laps up on the field.
2. 3.
Over the roller. Careful on the roller.
4. 5. 2. 3.
15 seconds. Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony.
1. 4.
The race is over. Two's done.
2.
Garrett's done.
One's done.
Callie's done.
Five's done.
Tony's done.
Three's done.
3.
And Gavin's done. That's a race.
Four's done.
4.
Callie, Garrett, David, Gavin, and Tony. 13.5 truck. Greg Randall, Ryan. 13.5 trucks. Line them up. Greg Randall, Ryan. Got my marshals. Greg Randall, Ryan. Line them up. Drivers ready? Corner marshals ready? Drivers? Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2.
Down the straight to go for lap number 1. Greg
3.
Randall, Ryan. Randall got by. Through the switchbacks they go, first and second. First place, the Funfetti truck. Second, the blue and green truck.
1, 2.
Third, the yellow and purple. Randall, Greg, Ryan. Your white Funfetti looking
1,
truck in the lead.
2.
Stretching
5
out his lead
minutes
a
left.
little. 1 down, 5 to go. 1 down, 5 to go. Race 5, you're next. 13.5 wheelers, you are next.
3. 1, 2.
Randall, Greg, Ryan. Down the steps goes your leader through the switchbacks. Over the little double into the lattice work. Up the
3,
roller, down the straight he goes.
1.
Around the sweeper over the single into the wall. Greg goes into the wall. Same spot Randall did. Oh, looks like Greg might have broke something. Or popped the ball cup. One or the other.
Three.
Randall, Greg, and Ryan.
1. 4 minutes left.
The race is on now between Greg and Ryan. Looks like it was a ball cup. Meanwhile, Randall a lap ahead.
2, 1.
Oh, Ryan drives her into the wall. Sweeper. Race for second. And that's over. So it's a Randall, Greg, Ryan.
One. 2.
Randall, Greg. Your white truck. Funfetti looking truck. When you see it up close. Looks like a funfetti cake.
3 minutes left.
Got a lap on Greg in the blue and green truck.
2.
Oh, smack. Looks like it's still drivable. Greg's going to stay running to try and keep that second spot on the podium.
1.
That is probably going to be a shock shaft or something.
2. 3.
2.5 to go. 3.5 down, 2.5 to go. He's got 2 laps on Ryan.
1. 2.
4 down, 2 to go, drivers. 4 down, 2 to go.
2 minutes left.
Back straight, careful.
3, 1.
Randall, Greg, Ryan.
Two.
13.5 four-wheel drive is next. 13.5 four-wheel
1.
drive, you are next.
Three. 2. Two. 3. 1. 1 minute left.
1 minute to go. Randall, Greg, Ryan. Randall pulls off the winning
2.
truck tonight. That'll be the highlight
1.
of his racing
3.
career. 2 victories in one night. 30 seconds.
Two. 1.
Greg trying to stay ahead of Randall to
3.
be not officially lapped. Less than 10.
2. 1. The race is over.
Three's done.
3.
1's done.
2.
Greg and Ryan are done.
2's done.
That's a race. Randall, Greg, Ryan. Jim, Greg, Mike. Jim, Greg, Mike, 13-5 Wheeler. Need a couple volunteer marshals, please. Line them up, Jim, Greg, Mike. Got corner marshals. Line them up, Jim, Greg, Mike. Line them up. Drivers ready. Corners ready. Drivers. Going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, two, three, one, two, three,
Greg, Mike, Jim.
1. 5 minutes left. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Greg, Jim, Mike.
3, 1. 4 minutes left. 2, 3,
Greg, Jim, Mike. Slash Beck, A Main, you're
2.
next.
Three, 1, 2, 3,
3 down,
1,
3 to
2.
go. Greg, Jim, Mike.
3 minutes left. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 2 minutes left. 3.
'Less than 2 to
1.
go. Greg, Jim, Mike. Say 4-second lead.
3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
1 minute to go. Greg,
1
Jim,
minute
Mike.
left. 1, 2.
The race is on for the lead with 40 seconds to go. Up the hill they go. Down the steps.
3.
Oh, Greg gets her wrong on the landing. Jim gets by.
1, 2. 3.
Jim and Greg going to go around for their final lap. 10
1.
seconds to go.
2.
Slash A-Main's next. I'm going to need volunteer marshals. I need
The
a lot
race
of
is over.
volunteer marshals.
3
Mike, you're done? Oh. Jim, you're done?
done.
1.
And Greg, you're
2
done.
done.
2.
Jim, Greg, Mike. Slash A-Main, you're up. Need marshals. I need volunteers. I only have one back-to-back, so I only had 2 drivers. So I need some volunteer marshals, please. Lots of volunteers. Just waiting on Mike to check. Line them up. No more laps. Straightaway's closed. Straightaway's closed. Nick, Danny, Brad, Chris, Mike, Greg, Mike, Pitts, and Scott. So Nick, Danny, Brad, Chris, Mike Gibson, Greg, Mike Pitts, and Scott. He goes up one. All right. I got corner marshals. I got drivers. Justin, turn around. Face the deal. That's all you control. Drivers ready? Corner marshals ready? We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
Brad's out front. Nick led the first one. Brad's out front now.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Scott all the way from the
5,
back
6,
up to fifth.
7.
One down, 4 to go, drivers. Plenty of time.
4 minutes left.
8,
Brad out front. Nick second.
1,
Greg third. Danny,
2,
Scott, Chris. Third, fourth, fifth. All going to the back
3,
straight.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Minute and a half down, 3.5 to go.
8,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, your leader goes down in the broken spoke.
6,
I think we have a new leader.
7.
Nick takes over the lead. Brad behind him. Then Danny.
1. 3 minutes left. 3,
8,
Chris, Greg, Scott.
4, 5,
2 down, 3 to go. 2 down, 3 to go.
7. 1, 2, 3,
Scott and Greg battling it out.
4,
Scott goes by on the
5,
inside.
6, 7,
Halfway through the race, drivers.
1, 2, 3,
Nick, Brad, Danny, Chris, Scott, Greg, Mike Gibson, and Mike Pitts.
8,
4.
Chris got
5,
Scott all over the back of him. Chris gets it wrong in the
2
sweeper.
minutes left. 6,
Scott goes by.
7,
Oh, Danny's stuck on the double.
2,
2 minutes to go. A little under 2 minutes left.
3,
Nick, Brad, Danny, Scott,
8,
Chris, Greg, Mike Gibson, and Mike Pitts.
1, 5, 6,
3.5 down, minute and a half to
7.
go.
2, 3,
8,
Back straight, going on the back straight. Be careful.
1, 4, 5, 2, 6, 7.
Minute to go, drivers, and 1 minute
1
to go.
minute left.
Scott's
3,
got Greg behind him.
8.
Scott bumped out of the B, drove her
1.
all the way up to 4th.
4, 2, 5, 6,
Wednesday night challenge, 50 entries, $75 gift card. We need to try and hit that this week. Spring break. So no excuses. There's no school.
4, 2,
15 to go.
8.
5, 3, 6, 7, 1.
Nick, Brad, Danny, Scott, Chris, Greg, Mike, Gibson, Mike Pitts.
The race is over.
That is time. As soon as you cross the line, you're done. You are the last race, so you can stop at the end of the straight if you want.
8
Or down on the left,
4.
I don't care.
4
Just don't
done.
stop
5.
on the straight.
2 done.
Stay out of
3.
other guys' way.
1 done.
Craig,
6
Mike,
done.
and
6.
Mike.
5 done.
7,
Mike. Here, Mike Pitts coming around. A little slow. Looks like maybe a dead battery. Nick, Brad, Danny, Scott, Chris, Greg, Mike Gibson, and Mike Pitts. Last truck's slowly wheeling around. He's not getting up the big jump. Oh, got lucky. That's a race.
7's done.
Nick, Brad, Danny, Scott, Chris, Greg, Mike, and Mike.